So what is up, you guys? It's me again, your girl RaiA, back again with another video. And for today's video, we are going to talk about how to properly do the spirit deifying for your spirits. So as you guys can see, pretty much I have 4 spirits right now, and if you check on battle, you would see that my main battle spirit is 5 stars, while the rest of my spirits is currently at 3 stars. Now, just to provide you guys with quick information on how deifying works, so there's this description here. So it says, only orange spirits with 5 stars can be deified. Every time a spirit is deified, it gains 1 extra stat which can be refined. Now, deified spirits can be upgraded. Upgrade consumes a divine power which can be obtained via divine power exchange. And lastly, when spirit is reset and recycled, the items and divine power consumed for deifying and deifying upgrade will be returned. However, the divine power consumed for skill refining will not be returned. So that is pretty much the basics. So I'm going to provide you guys with quick tips and tricks on how to properly do this. So if you guys wanted to learn more information about it, then please stay tuned. Now, let's get on with the topic. So when is the perfect time to actually deify your spirit, and do we have to have like a specific level? Do we have to have a specific you know, something like that? I mean, you get me, right? You get me. Just kidding. So like it says there, your battle spirit, or your whichever spirit that you want to deify, it has to be 5 stars. That's number 1. So this is just a recommendation, okay? This is just a recommendation for everybody if you wanted to, you know, maximize the deifying effect of the character. So I personally suggest that you go ahead and deify a 5 star only and only if your support spirit is already at least 3 stars. Now, why is that? Why do you have to wait at least your support spirit to have 3 stars before you start to do the deifying thing for your main battle spirit, right? So just to give you guys a heads up, it's very simple. So a star 3 spirit would require almost the same amount, which is like around 15 of these sacred stones. And doing 3 stars first on your support spirit really helps your character improve your inner stats as well as your basic stats. Now, spirit deifying, which is so, what it does for your character is it actually helps you with your elementals. Now, the addition or the additional stats that you gain for deifying your spirit is actually not that high, and the items pretty much that you guys can consume when doing deifying may be a little bit heavy when it comes to, you know, the recycling part. So before you go ahead and deify your spirit, make sure that you have at least 3 stars. Now, again, this is just a suggestion, and this is actually not something that you are required to follow. But if you guys want to get the maximum stats out of your spirits, I'm just providing you guys with the best suggestion. It's really up to you guys if you want to follow or not. You know what I mean? Now, next thing pretty much is I wanted to explain first why star up is important before going further into the spirit deifying thing. So number 1, when you are doing a star up for your spirit, what you actually do for your spirit is you improve the growth rate of the spirits, which means it multiplies or it adds a certain percentage into the basic stats that that spirit provides. Now, I know that the support spirit only provides 20% additional to your current stats. It doesn't, you know, it actually matters big time. Because at least, as you guys can see here, I have these supporting spirits, right? Okay, going back. So as you guys can see, you only get like 20% out of the stats from the battle spirit. Now, as you guys can see, I have these spirits right over here, and all of them are currently at 3 stars. So what it does is this is already improved with the star up. So this is already enhanced with your star up, you know, with the star up that I did for the spirits. So this is just a brief example that I can provide you and how this actually helps you as well as your character, you know, when you do the star up first before you do the spirit defying. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the spirit defying only improves the HP max, and then it's all about the elementals. So if your level pretty much is just maybe master 4, master 5 or so, then you may be lacking on most of the inner stats that can really improve your character, just like defense bonus, HP bonus, damage bonus, and so on and so forth, depending on the spirit that you guys chose. So for example, I have a 3-star lamp genie right over here. So as you guys can see, the lamp genie provides me all of these, and at the same time it provides me a damage bonus and an HP bonus. So if I get 20% out of this spirit, then that means 205.04% of damage bonus that I get from that. 20% of that is 40.80%. So that's a huge amount of addition for your character, and it really helps your character a lot. Now, I don't really recommend focusing on the damage bonus, but I personally recommend looking at how your HP bonus definitely improves every single time you do a star up on your character. And HP is your main vitality in the game. So if your HP is improved, then that means your survivability for your character definitely improves. So getting the 20% out of this one gives me, you know, out of 238.54%, gives me 47.70% for my HP bonus. And that's a huge addition instead, you know, and you can't really get that pretty much elsewhere. It's a multiplier. It really enhances your HP. So pretty much, just a recommendation, think twice before you jump to spirit defying. I mean, improving your elemental stats is really good, but if you let your inner stats or your base stats down, then how can you survive with a good amount of damage, right? So now, since you guys understand pretty much how, you know, how important the spirit star up works, and maybe you're like me that has already 5-star main battle spirit, and then you also have 3 stars for your support spirit, then let's go ahead and jump into spirit deifying. Now, for spirit deifying, if I'm not mistaken, the spirit deifying would require you to have at least 17 sacred stones, 35 demonic stones, and then 35 of these spirit stones. Now, another thing that you guys have to understand, you are only allowed to deify, or you're only allowed to do spirit deifying for your, you know, for your support spirit or the other spirits once you have reached 5 stars. Now, this will definitely improve your BP big time, but it doesn't mean it improves your character. Okay? So, since my support spirit right now hasn't really reached star 5, let's go ahead and focus on the main battle spirit, which is this one. So as you guys can see, pretty much I have already started to deify my main battle spirit with sorry, I'm not gonna cut and edit that, which is my maiden. And with my maiden, pretty much as you guys can see, I'm already at level 73, and it keeps increasing and increasing for the demands for this one. Okay, now this is the divine power, and in order for you guys to get divine power, you actually have multiple options to choose from. You can pretty much recycle your spirit awakened stone, spirit rebirth stone, spirit unsealed stone, demonic stone, spirit stone, as well as sacred stone. Now let me go ahead and grab my sacred stone so at least you guys can see how much it actually gives you on each of these items. I forgot to pull it out earlier. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I got it out now. Let's go back here. Spirit deifying, and then click on the divine power to do so. So as you guys can see, just one piece of each can really give you a lot. So let's say 1. It won't allow me to just do 1. Why? 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 Okay, so one spirit. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. One spirit awakened stone will give you 5,000 of the spirit power. For spirit rebirth, it gives you also 5,000. For spirit unseal, it gives you 500. For sacred stone, it gives you 50,000, but come on, you guys already know how expensive it is. to actually get a sacred stone. So no, I will not do that. This one provides you 10,000, and then this one, one piece provides you 2,500. So since I still need these other items pretty much to awaken and also enhance, maybe awaken my other spirits or so, whatever. I'm not gonna be using them, but instead, I will be using my most abundant material, which is this one. So I don't know how much. Okay, the limitation or the max is 99. So let's stick with 99. There you go. So I'm just gonna click on two and then exchange them. So as you guys can see, I gained good amount of divine power. Now another thing pretty much that you guys can do to get some, to get some divine power would be to exchange your crystal. Now this is, I don't really recommend doing this for me. Okay, I mean for you guys you can, especially if you didn't focus on putting it all on rebirth. But if you wish to focus first on the deifying power, then you can go ahead and use your crystal. Now, like I said, I'm not going to be using that for this for now. I'm not, because I wanted to save that for my rebirth, so at least I can improve my base stats. Now, again, this does not apply for everybody. Okay, if you guys wanted to do it, that's fine. If I don't want to do it, that's fine as well. Now, after pretty much getting divine power, you guys can now upgrade, or you can now do the deifying for that spirit. So as you guys can see, I'm already at level 73, so the requirement for me is quite high. But I'm just gonna keep doing that anyway. So as you guys can see, it really improved, or it really gave me a good amount. But to be honest, is it really that high? Did it really improve my character? No, it didn't. But this is quite helpful for me, especially if I'm already started to improve my elementals. Now, we also have what we call a Deifying Bonus. So the Deifying Bonus gives you the overview of what you guys actually get when you deify a specific spirit. Now, since my spirit currently is a maiden, most of the improvements that I'm getting is for wind, because this is a wind element. Now, of course, if I choose to deify a golem, okay, if I choose to do or to deify a golem, then I will be improving my earth damage or earth attack. If I choose to deify a razor, then I would be improving my thunder. And same goes for this one. If I start to deify, a lamp genie, then I would be getting additional deifying stats for thunder element. So that's pretty much how deifying works. Now, like I said, deifying is a good addition to the game, because this is another way for you guys to improve your elemental stats. Now, please keep in mind that improving your elemental may have a good and a bad effect. It's really, really good, especially if you have a good amount of HP, good amount of inner stats to protect your character. But then, if not, then please don't just simply focus on improving your elemental spirits. I mean, this is a meta in the game. This is really, really needed, and it really helps your character a lot during battles. But another thing that you guys have to consider will be your survivability, and in order for you guys to survive, you still need to improve your HP and the other inner stats. So I hope that actually helps you guys understand how spirit deifying works. And again, this is actually deify or deify. And if you guys have any questions regarding this, or if you think I miss out on any information about this tutorial, just let me know in the comment box down below, and I will be more than happy to answer all of them. So I know that I haven't really posted a lot of videos lately, but I'm kind of planning to do, these types of videos every now and then, so at least I can still provide you guys with information, and as well as a tutorial, so you guys can understand how most of the new updates works in the game. So yeah, that is pretty much it for my video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and see you guys on my next video. Peace out. XOXO RaiA.